evening, everybody. Thank you for your patience. Welcome to our Matchday -1 press conference ahead of tomorrow's Champions League game against Olympique Marseille. I'm joined by our assistant head coach, Cristian Stellini, and our midfielder, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. We'll start with questions for Pierre, before then letting him leave, and then take questions for Cristian, please. Paul, would you like to start us off with questions for Pierre, please?
Hi, Pierre. Pierre, Antonio is one of those managers who really makes his presence felt on the touchline. Can you just put into words how big a loss that will be? And on a second note, Jose Mourinho once hid in a laundry basket to dress the players to escape a ban. Do you think Antonio has the confidence to try something maybe a bit more original, but try something nevertheless?
Well, first of all, it's good now? Yes. No, first of all, to the first question, of course, your head coach is a massive part of a team, and luckily he has a very good staff and players that are well aware of what he expects from them, and we will all try our best to fill the role. In the end, no one can fill his role, but we will do our best to be together and make sure that we can get through this together, because we have to get through this together, and yeah, we will do it. If you will hide in a laundry basket, I'm not sure I'm the one to ask. So in this case, I don't know. I think no.
Okay, Dan. Microphone. Okay, sorry.
Juste une question par rapport à Conte. C'est vraiment un coach qui se marque sa présence sur la pelouse. Et deuxièmement, une anecdote de José Mourinho, qui une fois il s'est caché dans un panier à linge avant un match de Champions avec Chelsea. Et le coach, il fait vraiment une grande partie. Il est très important, mais son staff est au courant avec ce qu'il fait, ce qu'il veut. Et on va faire tous ensemble, l'équipe et le staff, on fait notre mieux pour passer, parce qu'on doit passer ensemble et on va le faire. Et concernant le panier à linge, il ne faut pas me demander à moi, ça c'est autre chose.
Dan.
Hi Pierre. After the Sporting game and again at Bournemouth on Saturday, Antonio was speaking about the mentality, and he's kind of said he still thinks that in terms of mentality, Spurs aren't quite there as a top team. He said, obviously you played for Bayern, you know, a massive club. Can you just talk about how far away you think Spurs are from having that mentality of a top team, and also how that's changed in 1 year since Antonio came?
No, it's true that in 1 year the team have. It's okay. Yeah, in 1 year the team have made great progress. We still have a way to go, but we are in the right direction and we are working really well. And you know, it's always up and down, and there's always moments better than others. But the most important is that we are working towards our ambition. With the great work and a great focus, and that is something that we really are doing. Yeah, and I think everyone is responding well, and the players are showing that they really care for this, and they are ready to do everything to, by the end of the season, you know, to always try and be as successful as possible.
Après le match contre Sporting et aussi contre Bournemouth le week-end dernier, Conte il a mentionné la mentalité. Peut-être il manque un peu de mentalité afin d'atteindre ce niveau de club d'élite. Vous qui avez joué à Bayern, vous connaissez la mentalité d'un club d'élite. Est-ce que le Tottenham sont loin d'être là, à ce niveau-là? Et qu'est-ce qui a changé avec Antonio pendant l'année qu'il a été là? Oui, dans une année, on a fait beaucoup de progrès. On a toujours beaucoup à faire, mais on est sur le bon chemin ensemble. C'est la consistance maintenant, et on travaille ensemble, on a l'ambition et on est focalisé sur notre but à la fin de la saison. Tout le monde répond bien à son travail et c'est important, mais on est tous prêts à tout faire pour avoir le succès.
John.
Hi, Pierre. Just on Antonio Conte again. we're used to seeing him so animated and so involved on the side of the pitch. During an average match, how much information do you get from him during the course of a game? So I'm saying again, how much of a miss will he be?
No, he's a person, he's a coach that, lives the game with great passion, with his heart, and we are feeling this in a good way. And again, we have to make sure that we are well prepared, which we are, and after we have to go and to be successful together. The fact is that he will not be there on the sideline. We have to deal with that, and again, like I said, everyone is well aware. The staff is well prepared, and we all know that we need to help each other. For me, it's not a difficult situation. It's maybe a different situation, but we know what to do. We are well aware of the situation, and as well the ambition. So, of course, I understand your question and this, but the focus is on the pitch and what we have to do and what we are preparing, and then, after, we will do the best we can do, no?
Encore une question sur Conte. C'est vraiment un personnage très animé et passionné sur la pelouse. Combien d'informations il vous donne pendant le match? Et est-ce que ça va vous manquer pendant le match demain? Oui, pendant le match, c'est une personne très passionnée. Il nous gère avec son cœur, mais on doit être tous préparés ensemble afin d'avoir le succès. Et concernant son absence, on doit gérer ça ensemble. On est tous préparés, le staff, les joueurs. Je dirais pas que c'est difficile, je dirais que c'est différent. On sait quoi faire, et je comprends votre question, mais là on est focalisé sur ce qu'on va faire sur la pelouse, et on va se préparer bien pour demain, et on va faire notre mieux.
Ali.
Hi Pierre. Obviously another assist for you at the weekend, setting up Ryan Sessegnon. You're racking up quite a few goals and assists already so far this season. Is that a natural evolution to your kind of role within this team, or is that something the coaches have been working and bringing maybe back into your game again?
I think when we are, or my feeling is, especially that we are for now quite a time working intense in the same way, in a system that everyone is well aware that what to do, the specific roles, but we are always trying to look for improvement, to look for new situations, and I think when you get that confidence, or let's say the understanding onto the let's say the bone of the system, you start also to be able to come up with your own touch, which I think everyone is always trying to do in terms of what the teams need. But I'm not sure that the coaches are telling me specifically to do that, but it's not a bad thing, no?
Ce week-end, vous avez fait encore une passe D pour Ryan Sessegnon. Cette saison, vous avez beaucoup de goals et de buts et de passes décisives. Est-ce que ça, c'est une évolution naturelle de votre jeu, ou c'est quelque chose que vous travaillez avec les coachs? Mon sentiment, c'est qu'on travaille tous ensemble très intensivement, et maintenant, après une année, on connaît bien le système, on connaît bien nos rôles spécifiques, et on essaie de s'améliorer tous les jours dans des situations spécifiques. On a la confiance dans le système, et on connaît vraiment la racine du système, et peut-être on trouve des touches personnelles pour aider l'équipe. Mais je dirais pas que le coach me dit que je dois marquer plus de buts, mais c'est pas mal quand même.
John?
Pierre, I was just going to ask you, you've got so much quality within this squad, within the group of players. Would you guys see it as a failure if you don't progress into the knockout stages? And how hard will that be to swallow, bearing in mind for 3 minutes last Wednesday you probably thought you were through?
Yeah. Our ambition is definitely to go through, and this is the number one. The key and the ambition is to go to the knockout stages in the Champions League, and this is what we are playing for, 100%. Yeah, it doesn't help us today, no, but I think it was a roller coaster of emotions. But again, we have an opportunity tomorrow, and we look very much forward to it.
Vous avez beaucoup de qualités dans ce groupe. Est-ce que ça sera une opportunité ratée si vous ne progressez pas demain au prochain tour de la Champions League? Et est-ce que vous êtes déçu après l'autre jour, le match contre Sporting, la décision à la fin du match? Bon, notre but, c'est se qualifier pour les phases de knock-out de Champions League, les quarts de finale. On joue pour ça, et c'est ça qui est important. Et la deuxième question, comment vous avez pensé de cette décision l'autre jour? Vous l'avez pris bien ou pas? C'était un moment difficile. Oui, c'était une montagne russe d'émotions, mais l'objectif maintenant, c'est être focalisé sur le prochain match et se qualifier.
Okay, final question for Pierre, please.
Bonjour Pierre-Emile. Si on pouvait avoir une réponse en français, ce serait top. Je voulais savoir ce que ça vous faisait de venir jouer en France, vous qui avez la double nationalité. Quel lien vous avez avec ce pays et à quel match vous attendez, surtout à quelle ambiance demain au Velodrome, sachant que vous connaissez quand même la réputation de ce stade et de ses supporters.
Non, déjà, l'histoire de l'Olympique Marseille est déjà très, très grande. Et toujours eu des joueurs avec haute qualité. Et c'est la même chose maintenant. Et oui, après, on a aussi senti maintenant dans nos petits tours avec le bus que même la ville, comment tu dis, tu sens que c'est une ville de foot et de sport. Et oui, ça va être difficile demain dans un stade très, très, très difficile, mais on va essayer de notre meilleur et on est prêt pour un match très difficile, mais on va essayer de, comme j'ai dit, faire notre mieux contre une équipe très bonne.
Obviously, you have double nationality, being half French. How does it feel to come and play in France, especially in front of this huge atmosphere at the Velodrome with these amazing fans? Well, the history of the club is just enormous. They've always had great players, and still up till today, that rings true. We even saw on our bus journey from the airport that you can feel that it's a footballing city. It's a very sporting city. But tomorrow it's going to be a very tough game in an aggressive stadium. It'll be a hard match, but as I said earlier, we're going to do our best, and that's what counts.
Okay, Pierre, you're free to go.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Ciao, Pierre.
Gary, just wait for the microphone, please.
Hi, Cristian. You were in the dugout when Antonio was banned for Inter Milan against Fiorentina. Can you give us a flavour of what that was like being in the dugout with him in the stand, sort of shouting at his brother to kind of relay the instructions down to you?
When Antonio is on the touchline, he lives with passion every game, but probably he struggled more when he stay into the crowd, and so that image explained very well how Antonio lives his job, and is very passionate. He cannot communicate with us, and so he struggled a lot, and only this.
Vous étiez sur le banc quand Antonio Conte était suspendu pour le match Inter-Milan contre Fiorentina. Est-ce que vous pouvez nous expliquer comment c'était d'être sur le banc à sa place quand lui il était là en train d'essayer de communiquer avec son frère? Bon, Antonio, il a beaucoup de passion pour l'équipe et ça se montre sur le terrain. Et quand il est sur le banc, ça va être difficile, surtout parce qu'il ne peut pas se communiquer avec nous. Mais ça montre de plus en plus comment il fait son travail, comme il est efficace. mais on va peut-être souffrir demain, mais ça c'est tout.
Domanda per il mister, soprattutto per la partita di domani in italiano, e di chiedere se, visto la storia in Champions del mister Conte, quello che è successo negli ultimi 10 anni, le partite di Champions per qualificarsi non sono andate sempre bene. Volevo sapere se c'è un piccolo pensierino su questo che è successo prima. E poi una domanda riguardo alla partita all'andata, dove il Tottenham ha sofferto tantissimo fino al cartellino rosso, e dunque era per sapere qual era un po' il piano di gioco per domani sera, se di giocare in maniera differente dall'andata. En français, par rapport au passé d'Antonio Conte, sur le fait qu'il a eu beaucoup de difficultés à se qualifier en Ligue des Champions lorsqu'il y avait un match décisif. Est-ce qu'on y pense forcément demain soir au moment d'aborder le match? Et puis aussi par rapport au match aller où Tottenham avait beaucoup souffert, comment est-ce que vous allez aborder le match demain soir? Comment vous allez jouer?
La prima domanda, diciamo che questo mestiere non ci permette di guardare troppo indietro e quindi continuiamo a lavorare per migliorarci, e credo che Antonio sia sicuramente uno dei migliori allenatori in questa competizione, e anche se in passato alcune volte le cose non sono andate come ci si aspettava, lui rimane sempre un allenatore che può dare molto, e ha dato molto anche a quelle squadre. Non è detto che quelle squadre avessero poi sempre la possibilità di andare avanti. I risultati sono questi, sono lì, e Antonio lavora sempre per migliorarsi, come insieme a noi, insieme a tutto il suo staff, quindi siamo sempre convinti, guardando al futuro, che si può sempre fare meglio.
Okay, so Antonio Conte, over the last 10 years, he's had struggled in some aspects to progress in the Champions League. It's not always been easy for him. So, especially after the first leg, or the home match against Marseille, you struggled a lot. So tomorrow, how will that be for you?
And can I answer to the second?
Scusa.
Sorry. Per quanto riguarda la partita di andata, sì, è vero che abbiamo sofferto parecchio. Il Marsiglia ha giocato un'ottima gara, e è stata una partita equilibrata, giocata in vari momenti meglio da noi, in alcuni momenti meglio dal Marsiglia. Hanno creato parecchie difficoltà, e poi dopo il cartellino rosso è stato per noi più facile, ma già in quel momento il cartellino rosso è arrivato in una fase in cui il Tottenham stava prevalendo sul Marsiglia.
Okay, we keep on working hard to improve. Antonio is one of the best in the game and in this competition, even if he hasn't done as well as expected historically. He remains one of the best coaches in the world, and he gives the players the best chance to progress. He as a coach, he's also trying to improve and tries to improve our staff as well. And for the second part of the question, yes, we suffered during the game. Marseille were a very strong opponent. Big parts of the game were balanced, but other parts of the game, Marseille created more, and the game went back and forth. But then we also had moments where we were on top and should have capitalised on this.
Okay, Ali.
Okay. La question? Non, pas la question. Ok. On essaie tout le temps de s'améliorer. Antonio, c'est un des meilleurs entraîneurs du monde, et surtout dans cette compétition, même s'il n'a pas eu la chance, ou il n'a pas fait comme on attendait de lui historiquement, mais il reste l'un des meilleurs coachs du monde, et il donne la meilleure opportunité possible à ses joueurs pour progresser dans la compétition. Et lui-même, il essaie de s'améliorer tous les jours, et il essaie de faire améliorer son staff. Et on a souffert contre Marseille. C'était un adversaire très, très difficile, très, très dur. Il y avait des parties du match qui étaient plus équilibrées, mais des autres moments où Marseille, ils ont plus créé. Et nous aussi, on a eu des bons moments, mais c'était un des matchs comme ça.
Ali.
Hi, Cristian. Can you tell us which players are unavailable for the match tomorrow?
We have not available Kulusevski and Richarlison and Romero as well. Other players are available to play the match.
Est-ce que vous pouvez dire quels joueurs ne sont pas disponibles demain? Kulusevski, Richarlison et Cristian Romero. Les autres sont tous disponibles.
James.
Hi there. 8 of the last 11 games, Tottenham have conceded the first goal. Can you put your finger on why that is? And given the stakes tomorrow and the likely atmosphere, is starting well going to be one of the key messages that you give to the team?
Yes, this is one of the key messages we gave to the player in the last period. We work a lot to change this routine, because oftenly happen in the last period that we consider the first goal and we are slow in the first half. It's normal in this period that the energy we have not enough energy to play all the 90 minutes with a greater intensity, but happen more in the first half, and is a key message we send to the player, and we work on this aspect to create for tomorrow the perfect solution to start well in the game, because it will be hard for 90 minutes, and we have to start well in the next game. And we work yesterday and in the last 2 weeks to improve this aspect.
8 des derniers 11 matchs, vous avez encaissé le premier but. Comment vous allez régler ça demain? Est-ce que c'est un message que vous allez communiquer à l'équipe, et surtout avec la pression qu'on va sentir dans le stade? Oui, c'est clair qu'on voudrait changer cette routine, d'encaisser le premier but dans le match. Et en plus, dans tout le premier mi-temps, on est assez lent. C'est normal, dans cette période de la saison, on souffre avec l'énergie et l'intensité avec laquelle on joue. On souffre dans la première mi-temps, mais c'est quelque chose sur lequel on travaille. On est focalisé sur cet aspect-là et on essaye de trouver une solution pour demain, pour bien commencer le match. Et parce que 90 minutes de ça, c'est difficile, mais on travaille pour commencer bien le match demain.
Dave.
Hi, hi, Cristian. Can you just explain how it will work tomorrow night with Antonio? We're all assuming that he will sit in the stand. Is he going to sit next to Gianluca? Is there going to be a method for him to get some messages to you guys? Thanks.
But he will sit next to Gianluca for sure, and I don't know where. He will be here at the stadium, but he will work with us until we arrive here, and then we have to stop the communication and stay close to Gianluca. But we are preparing well the game, all the strategies, and Antonio prepare like always the game, and our strategy are clear in every game, and we have to play our match at the best, and every one of us has to do something more to fill the gap.
Est-ce que vous pouvez nous expliquer comment ça va fonctionner demain avec l'absence de Conte? Est-ce qu'il sera au stade, dans les tribunes, avec Gianluca? Et est-ce qu'il y aura un moyen qu'il vous envoie des messages? Oui, c'est sûr qu'il sera à côté de Gianluca. Je ne sais pas où exactement, mais c'est clair qu'il sera au stade. Il va travailler avec nous jusqu'à ce qu'on arrive ici, mais dès ce moment-là, il doit arrêter toutes les communications avec nous. Oui, il va rester avec Gianluca, Mais Antonio, comme toujours, il prépare le jeu. Il a sa stratégie pour le jeu très au clair. Et après, c'est notre responsabilité de faire notre mieux pendant le match pour affronter ce match. Oui.
Okay.
Hi, Christian. In English or in French?
Whichever you prefer.
Ok. Bonjour. Vous avez Igor Tudor a beaucoup joué et entraîné en Italie. Est-ce que vous l'avez côtoyé en Italie et que pensez-vous de son style en tant qu'entraîneur?
Tudor is someone that's played a lot in Italy and managed in Italy. What do you think of his style? Igor Tudor, l'allenatore del Marsiglia, ha giocato in Italia e allenato in Italia.
Yeah, he's a friend of Antonio. They play in the same team. They are really close friends, and we know very well him. He worked in Italy, and the way he learned to create and the way he works with his team, and we know as well that would be very hard to play against Marseille, because his manager is a very tough manager. He mixed intensity and quality. Marseille is very good in quality, and this year they increased their intensity in every game, and they start very well this season. And it will be important to do our best to well perform, because for sure will be a tough game.
La question, vous connaissez bien Igor Tudor, l'entraîneur de Marseille, vu qu'il a joué en Italie et il était coach en Italie aussi. Oui, bien sûr, c'est un ami d'Antonio. En fait, ils ont joué dans la même équipe. C'est un très proche ami. Ils se connaissent bien et on le connaît bien depuis son temps, sa période en Italie. Il a beaucoup appris ces derniers temps et maintenant on voit comme il crée sa propre équipe. Ils vont être un adversaire très dur à affronter demain. Marseille, parce que Tudor, c'est un coach très rude. Il joue avec beaucoup d'intensité, mais aussi qualité. Et cette saison, ils ont amélioré son intensité sur la pelouse et ils ont vraiment bien commencé cette saison. Du coup, demain, c'est très important qu'on fasse notre mieux pour ce match.
Okay, final two questions, Dan, and then Georgia, please.
Hi, Christian. Are you expecting Antonio to do a team talk on the coach before you arrive at the stadium? And at half-time, are you expecting to be able to speak to Conte before you speak to the players? How will that work? Or will you give the half-time talk?
We are not allowed to speak with Antonio in the half-time. He will stay on the coach with player. Normally we use two different coach, and he will be, and then the way we divide our way, and we will go in the dressing room, and Antonio will go in another seat, and then finish here. After the game, after 15 minutes, we are allowed to speak again.
Du coup, demain, on peut attendre que Antonio fasse son meeting avec l'équipe dans le car, dans le bus, avant d'arriver ici. Et en plus, pour la mi-temps, est-ce qu'il pourra parler avec l'équipe dans le vestiaire? Non, encore une fois, on ne peut pas avoir aucune communication avec Antonio. Il reste ailleurs. On sera les deux coachs différents pour communiquer avec l'équipe. Et Conte, il sera loin. Nous, on fera dans le vestiaire et Antonio, il sera pas là. Mais 15 minutes après la fin du match, on pourra de nouveau parler avec lui.
Okay, final question, please, Georgia.
Okay. Buonasera Stellini. I do it my question in Italian if possible, so maybe you can answer in Italian. Cosa cambia senza Antonio Conte? Una cosa che è già successa, può insomma capitare. Le chiedo anche a livello pratico proprio che cosa cambia, qual è l'ultimo momento in cui ci sarà una comunicazione con la squadra, cosa cambia anche per lei rispetto al solito, per farci un po' capire, entrare un po' in questa atmosfera. Grazie.
Cambia moltissimo, perché la presenza di un allenatore come Antonio è forte durante la settimana ed è importante anche durante un match, soprattutto quando i match sono combattuti fino all'ultimo e di difficile interpretazione anche durante la gara. Quindi cambia che dobbiamo prepararci tutti quanti prima in un modo diverso, perché per me chiaramente prendere delle decisioni necessita di una preparazione nel giorno prima, quando invece spesso queste decisioni Antonio le vive da solo, le prepara da solo, e quindi lo dobbiamo fare insieme prima, e quindi preparare molte più strategie per me è un lavoro un po' più complesso, ecco. È successo già in passato, quindi l'abbiamo già vissuta questa esperienza, sappiamo come affrontarla e sappiamo che ognuno di noi, perché io poi non sarò da solo, rappresento anche, e mi piace parlare di questo, perché rappresento anche uno staff intero, e ci sarà Ryan Mason al mio fianco ad aiutarmi, e quindi non sono da solo, e questo mi fa sentire sicuramente meglio.
Okay, so in English first, what's going to change without Antonio, especially with no communication with him? How is that going to be different for you? Well, that changes a lot. The presence of a coach like Conte, both before the game and the week leading up to it, and during the match, is just indispensable, especially a tough match like this where it's going to be intense until the final whistle. It's a change that's difficult, but we have to prepare ourselves all together before the match. It's a totally different world, because normally the days before the game, Antonio will do all his preparation himself alone. But now we have to do this all together, so it changes everything. We have to work on the strategy, and this can become complex. However, we've already gone through this together in our time at Inter, so we know what to do when he's not there. And luckily, I'm not there on my own. We've got the whole staff, such as Ryan Mason, who are alongside me. So that makes me feel better. Et en français, qu'est-ce qui va changer sans Antonio sur le banc? En plus, avec la manque de communication avec lui, qu'est-ce qui va être différent pour vous? Oui, ça change beaucoup. La présence d'un entraîneur comme Conte, c'est très important. Quand il est là toute la semaine avant le match, et en plus pendant le match. Particulièrement quand c'est un match comme ça, difficile, où ça va être intense jusqu'à la fin du match, mais c'est des échanges qu'on doit faire ensemble. C'est un monde entièrement différent, vu que normalement, Antonio, il fait sa préparation, sa stratégie, tout seul dans les jours avant le match, mais maintenant, on doit tout le faire ensemble, c'est plus complexe. Mais heureusement, on a déjà vécu ça ensemble. Du coup, on sait ce qu'on va faire, on sait le procédure qu'on doit prendre. Et heureusement, je ne suis pas tout seul. Il y a tout le staff du club, comme Ryan Mason, qui seront là. Du coup, ça me soulage un peu.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers, mate. What's your name? Anthony. Grazie.